876 292 677666. You want a house? Link Claudia Davis, man. You want a piece of land? She are the real big woman. Miss Davis, she are the real big woman. Which she could have never go wrong with she. You can put out and a fan through she. You can put a call and then Miss D are the real big woman. Which she could have never go wrong with she. You can put out and a fan through she. You can put a call and she tell me pre-smart, pre-better. Get your own damn place so you prefer it. Baby wife of you sign up letter. NHD them a regent setter. Plus me don't get a youth of a member. My son just on table in December. And she look construction too. She will build your house for you and you get it well rendered. Baby, she are the real big woman. Which she could have never go wrong with she. You can put house and a van through she. You can put a car and then Miss D are the real big woman. Which you could have never go wrong with she. You can put house and a van through she. You can put a car and she now start it and left you there. Me I tell your brother yes she well prepared. And if you're meeting enough farmer bangarang, she give you lawyer brother pay your fear. She are the best RST agent. She help the need if you stop pay rent. They don't care about mind them just give me strength by steel and gravel and black and cement house. Now me house that I build up on the high me and save some money gone up in the sky from. Baby Claudia me say me not lie and have money and me pocket never giant. Me swear for my life so me son him have to fly so. Hypocrite pagan while we die. And you can't stop Claudia Davis, don't try. Every day another house gone. Miss Davis, she are the real big woman. Which she could have never go wrong with she. You can put house and a van through she. You can put a call and then Miss D are the real big woman. Which she could have never go wrong with she. You can put house and a van through she. You can put a call and yeah man. You know. Claudia Davis, pick up yourself.
Hi, morning, Mom.
Good morning, everyone. I see Farah is here. Hi, Farah. Good morning. Currency Walk. Good morning. Beverly. Good morning. Tony, I'm a bit dark. I had to change positions, but the sun is coming up.
Why? So what happened?
Get some light because the other room is dismantled.
You dismantled it?
Yeah. I dismantled it for the move yesterday, but the move didn't happen. So I didn't have enough time to figure it out this morning. Okay. But and of course I can't find the other lamp with the bulb. So but I'll soon be lit because I'm right by a window, so it's the sun will soon be coming up.
Hopefully. Okay. I was trying to read earlier though. You were okay?
No man, I got up late. I got up at 2:30 in the morning. You know when that happens to you, right? Yeah. You just can't go back to sleep. So I guess when I finally went back to sleep, no. When I got up, I saw the time I had to be hustling, man.
I know because I was calling and I was like, nobody's awake. That's strange.
Nobody. I would be the only one awake at this hour. But I had to be hustling. I didn't even get a chance to go get my drink. I could just suffer with some water. Not even good water, neither. Pipe water.
You didn't get to filter it.
Yeah, you know.
Who else is online? Oh, Beverly Coley is online. Morning, Beverly. And Alea Johnson. Hi, Alea. Good morning. Rerad is there. Hi, and Joy Gordon. Morning, everyone.
Morning, everyone. How was your week? Mine was rough with the cold. I still have it actually. But gotten over the worst of it. Just the their mucus hanging around. But
I think we need antibiotics though.
seem to be well, a cough medicine, expectorant that don't cover it then I guess, but less antibiotics are better for me, boy. So leaf of life is good enough, Tony. Leaf of life.
How do you get that though? You just buy it in the supermarket or?
Yeah, you can buy it in a health food store too.
Okay.
The actual leaf. Or something like you blend it up or you squeeze out the white juice, something like that.
I think Richie had leaf of life in the fridge at one point. I think she does.
Oh, she had it. Okay.
It's probably still
Remember, you're here early, so we're here to answer the questions: money, finance, and real estate. So if you shoot the questions early, some people WhatsApp us saying, "Oh, we're not getting our questions in. You have to come early, so we can answer those questions. Get them out of the way early."
Alea Currency says, oh, Monica says, good morning. Hi, Monica. And Zoe
Morning,
says,
morning.
morning. And then Currency says, got to talk about IMF reducing Jamaica's credit ratings.
Why? Who asked the question? Currency what? Why? How does it affect us? How it affect you? That's the thing you want to know. How does it affect you? So the IMF has reduced Jamaica's credit ratings. How does it affect you personally? So this is the thing with these macro things, as opposed to micro. So macroeconomics affects countries and so on. So what you have to bring it down to now is, how does it affect me now? Me personally, the minor part. How does it affect me? Currency. Somebody else tell us. How will they, first of all, let's Google it. What does it mean that the IMF has so everybody's on the same page? What does it mean? IMF reduces JA credit rating. Found an article, Tony?
No.
I don't see anything. Where did you see that? Currency what? Maybe you can drop the article in the chat. And Tony will pick it up and we'll see what it is too. What does it mean when they say they dropped our credit rating? And as far as I know, Jamaica is dropping the credit rating good or is increasing the credit rating good? What does it mean? All right, somebody who knows what it means, drop it in the chat.
In the meantime, Alea says, we're glad you're here. Did you try the lemon or lime juice in your tea or water to cut the mucus? Juan, did you try it?
No, I didn't know that lemon or lime juice in your tea to cut mucus. I didn't know that.
I think there is lime juice in your fridge or in your cupboard. I saw it there last week.
Okay. That's at the supermarket.
Extract.
Extracted lime juice, right? Or I didn't realize it could cut mucus. But limes on a whole are pretty pricey in Jamaica. We don't get lemon. We get something passing for lemon, which is, we call it ugly fruit here. But we don't really get lemon. But we have limes.
I've seen lemon a few times, but it's rare.
That's not lemon. I think Rainforest Seafoods brings in packaged lemons, sliced lemons, like how they bring in strawberries and mango chunks and so on. Yeah, I see them with lemon sometimes.
You know what I have not seen? Beetroot. No matter where I check, I've not seen beetroot.
Oh, I've seen the juice. It looks like so the beetroot is probably being sold in the markets because up to yesterday I bought beetroot juice in Harborview. From one of those street vendors who do their juices and sell it out of the back of the trunks. So I've seen that, but I haven't seen actual fruit.
Yeah, I haven't either.
But I'll try that Alea. I go to the supermarket today. I look out for the real limes. They're a little bit pricey, but I guess it can be more pricey than going to the doctor. I mean, I'm sure the lime price is not the price of the doctor fee.
Is it doctor fee like
$9,000 now? So $8,000.
$5,000 per visit to see a GP, right? Know that?
And 9 to 10 to see a specialist. So it can be more expensive than the doctor.
Currency is asking you if there is any update on Riverstead and Ecosted.
Ecosted and Riverstead. All right, a quick one for Ecosted. Yes, we now have the conditions of approval. So great on that one. This is where we clap ourselves now. Tone. We give God thanks, right? So the stage now is, which I've been trying to get for the longest time, is these estimates from these contractors. But I've been promised this week again and again and again and again. Right now I'm actually trying to look alternate people to give me the estimates because this is just chronic now. So the next stage in a subdivision would be the estimates. And when you get the estimates, then you go to register. You get your estimates, you get some bank to approve the loan, or if the shareholders or investors will fund it, then you go and register that to the real estate board. Then you're ready. So we're almost there.
So estimates and then funding. But the funding can take a while in terms of writing the proposal.
Yeah. No, well, if you have somebody experienced writing the proposal, it doesn't take long. They already have the estimate. They already know what the project is about. So matter of putting that in one document, the bank looks at it, assesses it to see if this is a viable project, and they'll say yes. And they check in to see that the estimate is correct, kind of thing. They say yes. And then, but the challenging part is getting the money out of them, quite frankly.
Yeah, because it's not just the proposal you have to present. Isn't there like a long sheet of documents you have to give?
Yeah. Holy, and it just stretchy. These Jamaican, everywhere in Jamaica is run by academic people who just love paper. They want you to write a whole thesis on some, even if you're going to the bank for a regular loan for yourself. Amount of things that they want, it's ridiculous, but it is what it is, right?
What's this?
Oh, they asked about Riverstead too. Currency Walk asking about Riverstead. So to Riverstead, we kind of found a property without a river. Those of you who are interested in getting the details on that property, trying to get the interest now. So the form is out for the pledge. It doesn't have a river. It's in Discovery Bay. It's a great property, sea view, all of that. So if you're interested in taking up that offer, then you can send me a WhatsApp. I'll send it a video because we went out there with that video. I'll send it a meeting video that we had with those persons who are in the Riverstead group. So those of you in the group and you missed it, go back into the chat. Video is there and everything. Look at that. Those of you who are just hearing about it, did not sign up, but you want to be a part of it, then you WhatsApp me. I should be doing just a mini prospectus on it. Probably do that when I finish here because I know some of you will be WhatsApping me for the info. Then you let me know if you want to come in to the development. I'm trying to find a certain amount of persons to get it going, just like how we got EcoStead going. All right.
Okay. Alea is saying that lemon or lime has vitamin C and she keeps it in a bottle at home.
Okay.
Beverly Coley is saying, I pay NHT with my daughter and she's qualified. Where go from here? He's telling me that I have to have 30,000 US in the bank to get a house or land.
30,000 US, let us say that's 4.5 million. Oh, it depends on the price house you buy. Suppose you buy your both NHT contributors, that's 7 million. So you're getting 14 million. You're getting 14 million. And you find a $14 million house, then you're gonna need at least 5% deposit, which is 800,000 Jamaican dollars. You're going to need, if it's straight NHT, you go, you don't pay any fees. So you probably only need about $1 million if you're going to buy a 14 million or $15 million house. 1 million to deposit, 14 million from NHT, that's 15 million. And what else? You pay stamp duty 2,500. On the 15 million, you're gonna pay a registration fee of, where's my calculator? You're gonna pay 15 million, write this down while I'm talking, times 0.25 divided by 100. So the registration fee is 37,500. So 2,500 for your stamp duty, 37,500 for your registration fee. May pay a lawyer for the sale agreement. Share that. So if the cost is 100,000, you pay 50,000 plus tax.
Plus letters.
Plus letters, maybe a 15,000. And what else does the buyer pay?
If they have an attorney.
If you have an attorney, attorney's fee is 3%. So 5% deposit, 3 for the attorney, that's 8, and maybe a 2%. So you need 10%, let us say, as the buyer. You need about 10%. So if using NHT, you find a $15 million house, you should be able to do it. I don't know. If you need 4.5 million, then it's because you're trying to buy maybe a $20 million house where NHT is only giving you 14 million. And then you're gonna need 6 million to put with it to make it up. For land now, you're buying land is kind of cheaper, but NHT only letting you 3.5 million each. So you only can buy land up to 7 million, right? And this is where Palmetto Pines comes in because we have lands starting from 6.5 million up. Those are on St. John's Road. I don't know of any other developer now selling lands in that price range. But you can also buy, our lots are gated, right? Fully secure fence right around. You don't want to buy one of those, then you look for lands in other open neighborhoods. But bear in mind that NHT will only give 7 million in total each of you get 3.5 for the land. All right, Beverly. So it depends on what price you're looking for, why you would need that. So we're selling a land, a house in Signum Gardens, it's called, Tony, for 20 million. So if you're going to buy that, NHT only gives you 40. So yes, you will need 6 million, or you will take a loan from another bank to make it up. All right.
Tamar says, morning. Do you know about any developments coming to Keystone?
Oh, no, No.
I think Keystone in St. Catherine.
Yeah, Keystone in Spanish Town, Slagerville Road.
Oh, that side.
We should look land out there and go do maybe do something out there. People live in Spanish Town too,
No, Keystone has always been a nice community.
Mm-hmm.
There is, other than Keystone itself, there is, what was the other community called? Mountainside? There's one beside it.
I don't
Mountainside
remember
called?
them so well. The only development I'm good with out there is Lauriston because I sold property in there. And Jago Heights. Yeah, because I sold property in there. And the one behind it too. What's it called? One behind Jago.
I can't remember. Johnson something?
But I don't know of any. But I can tell you where you can check. But these days, they have made the website so cumbersome. Tony, the real estate board website. Check. You could also check the post office in the area. We're required to post the notice of any new developments at the post office. So Mount View Estates, right? That's what it's called, Mount View Estates.
Oh, Mount View Estates. Okay.
Yeah. So we're required to post. So for Ecostead, I'll soon be posting it at the notice at the post office in Port Antonio, which is the closest post office, I think. So you're required to post a notice, and you're required to post the permit from NEPA, right? So once you see those go up, but sometimes usually it's too late after that. But check the post office if they put in a notice. Go to the real estate board website as well. Let me just jump on it and see. I was trying to navigate that site the other day, but they've changed up the website.
Here's someone saying that lots are for sale at Caymana Stone, entrance from Slagerville Road.
Entrance from, what's it called?
Caymana Stone. Caymana Stone.
Caymana Stone.
You
find anything?
On Caymana Stone? There's something. Oh, Lexi G says it's behind Caymana's Golf Club. Caymana. Which side do you reach it from?
Caymana Stone, Stone.
Yeah.
I've not seen any. How is it spelled?
How she spell it? CaymanAspone. It's on MLS. Selling them for 8.5 million.
What is it? House or land?
Land. There's 28 lots available.
It's a small development.
Mm-hmm.
Is it gated?
It doesn't say anything about gated.
28 lots available. That's a small development.
Mm-hmm.
Any amenities?
Doesn't say. Some of them are cheaper at 8 million.
Give me the code.
The MLS?
Mm-hmm.
74661.
Okay. Well, I just started. This a days on the market too. This has been up since February. Oh, this miss us. It's just one. One is up.
No, they're all up.
Oh. And them cut down every tree possible. Okay.
Maybe there weren't many trees to begin with, man.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So it says from Spanish Town to Sligoville, past Keystone Estate. Take the next right. Past Keystone Estate. Take the next right. Continue to the Y intersection at Waterloo. Keep right. Pass through a rural community. Caymanas Stone Estate is just before you get to the back gate of Caymanas Country Club and Golf Course. Okay.
Well, I mean, you should drive around there.
Probably should.
Mm-hmm.
1902. All right. All right. So we learn about a new development today, Caymanas Stone. I'm surprised, but I don't have anything on. Can't even Google the name or find it.
Yeah, man, when you Google it, it just brings up more of the MLS stuff.
Yeah, but it should not only be on MLS. By now, the agent should have put out a video or something. This has been on, this is long time. Should have been in all social media by now.
I think I'm seeing an Instagram post. Yeah, there's an Instagram post on it.
I think Dumar asking, do you always need attorneys when buying a house, especially when buying into a development? Personally, when I am buying into a development, I don't use attorney. So like Comment Pines, I don't use an attorney. I just read the agreement and sign it. 200 people going to read the same thing and sign it.
Or when they advertise, lots are 7.5. Those are finished.
was finished. Oh. So I've done transactions to where I didn't use a lawyer. Depends on what I'm buying. High stakes property, like the really high price ones, then I probably use a lawyer. But low stakes like apartment of pines, it's a subdivision, it's a developer, still governed by the real estate board. For that, I personally don't use a lawyer. I read it. There's some things in it I don't like. Um, like I know it's going to come with an escalation because it's a new development. So that's a given for me. I know that some new persons will be shocked by it, but that's how it is. So you just have to budget for it, save for it, kind of thing.
I usually have time to save for it too, because new developments usually take a year and a half.
Yeah. Like with Gore, yes, there's going to be an escalation. With all new developments, there's going to be an escalation. So you save for it, right?
And when you're buying a new property, you have to save for more than escalation because you have new property problem immediately.
Cheap. With new house, right? Yeah. Like our solar went busted at Camelot. I was so annoyed more than anything. I mean, I have solar water heaters at other properties, right? And I've never seen a solar dump out water. I mean, the relief valve just fly and all the water dump out of the solar. And it did not even return to position. It opened and the water just kept going. Because the relief valve is defective as far as I'm concerned. And it can't handle. So the water was off apparently. Yes, it was. And then they turned back on the pipe. And they're saying the pressure hit the relief valve. The water pressure. All right, the water pressure hit the relief valve. Then it's supposed to operate like a check valve. And it's supposed to go out and come back in. It didn't. So everybody who that happened to know stuck with some big water bill. And water commission meter them don't joke, Water go through that them a billion, man. So Tony look out for big bill.
My thing is like, well, even the persons who are not there, I mean,
Yeah.
and they turn off their main lines.
Mm.
For days, there's were dripping.
Yeah, lucky we were there. Because if I wasn't there, the thing would have been there leaking. So luckily we were there. We ended up all 4 houses in the vicinity of us had the problem with the solar, just the relief valve just fly and whatever, And then of course you call the company and I tell them, oh, is it within your warranty period, blah blah blah. But with them and them full solar water heater. I need to get back to my Mega Sun. They have the best water heaters. I can tell you that. Got a water tank from them from when, Tony? 2003 or 2002?
Yeah, I think so.
You don't even know the tank on the roof. You don't even know it up there.
It doesn't even.
And this is just like 2 years, and you're gonna tell me say your tank got fly relief valve. Sure. Just annoying. You know what I mean? Just can't. So as Tony said, new house problem. And then my closet door got drop off. I'm like, what will happen next? You know what I mean? But as Tony said, new house problem. The thing with houses, yes, there's wear and tear. Yes, there's damage. All of that. It's just part of it, right? So even a brand new house, that's a little thing. Like Tony's now complaining, Mom, every month we have to be repairing something somewhere. But yeah, house is getting old, I would say. Right, Tony? They're getting old. And the more rooms you have, and the more bathrooms you have, and the more kitchen you have, is the more. So if you have 10 kitchen as opposed to one kitchen, oh my God, yes, that's what's gonna happen. So Tony, I have to go employ one property manager for you. That's why I'm saying I go learn plumbing, because I knew it would come to this. It's one of them things. So what Tony, I'll have to put on pressure reducing valve the other day. On another property. But we have to put pressure reducing on the Camelot property too. But that one, I just hired a plumber to do that one. Stressing that.
Rusty Willow says, I forwarded me info on a new development on the border of Mobile and Trelawney called Bel Air at Wilshire. What are your thoughts?
I don't know. If the first I hearing about that one, you forwarded it to me, you said, when, this morning? Trying to get into my WhatsApp here. When did you forward it? Today? I don't see it. Google it, Tony, see if you find it. Or maybe it's on MLS too.
I'm looking.
Morning, Ruby. Morning, Cheryl. Yes, Ruby, I'm on the mend, although you still hear my struggling with the mucus, my nose and my throat. That's a little struggle there.
I don't see anything from Bel Air at Wilshire.
Bel Air at Wilshire, maybe if you Google it normally.
That's what I'm doing.
I don't see anything.
Rusty Willow link or something about them.
Huh? Send us something.
Yeah.
But Buffalo says, wow, with a new house. Yeah, problem. Don the Mayor, Oak Estate is now for 34 million. Is it worth it?
That's what the two beds?
Worth is an individual thing. So worth different from price. So the price is 34 million. But you're asking me something else. You're asking me about worth. When you talk about worth, no, worth is an individual thing, individual to the person, because the person that got add things to it now to make it worth their while. So Oak Estate is in Portmore. So maybe somebody who lives in Portmore may think it's worth it. You don't have to commute to Kingston and all over the place. They're in a gated community. It's close to just about everything except for a hospital.
Worst position so you can easily hit the toll.
It's close to the toll. If you need to come into Kingston. So worth, remember now, worth is different from price.
And it's ready done too.
So you have to understand what you're asking. The is it good enough? Is it important enough for you to work to find it useful or worthy of paying that price? So the person who is buying that at that price, it may be worth it to them because them can't find a land in a Portmore for building a house. Plus, They may not have the skill level to build a house. They don't have the stamina, too much headache. They don't have a big family, 2 bedroom. It's only them, maybe one child, maybe them and a husband. Family not big. They don't want a big yard to maintain. They want us to live just in a small community. So it may be worth it.
An apartment.
Hmm?
An apartment in Kingston.
Yeah, an apartment in Kingston is, you're not getting a new apartment. Can you get a new apartment for 34 million in Kingston? Maybe.
One
One
bed.
bedroom.
New.
1 bedroom new. So that's a comparison. So remember, worth is what the individual places on the item. You understand? So when I buy a Benz, somebody might say, Claudia, but you could have get a 2 car for that or 3 car for that. But what is the worth to me? So the worth to me is the safety features of the vehicle. The worth to me is also all the electronics that it comes with. I mean, these cars literally talk to you. Them tell you say the tire flat. It's gonna tell you say your coolant low. It's gonna tell you that it needs servicing. I'm not getting that in some of the other vehicles, right? They also come with driver assist. So the other day I was coming in from a couple months now. I was coming in from North Coast side. I hit the boulevard, and I don't know if I was driving erratic or what, but I see the car flash me. I see the flash, and I say, "Look at it," but I never catch it in time. Then it come up again on the screen, and it steady on the screen. Now it says, "Stop, have a cup of tea." It says, "Stop, have a cup of tea." So either I was driving erratic, I made something outside of the norm, and the car realized that, hey, you need to stop because something is wrong. So is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it to me with the 7 airbags and the whatever. Again, another drama. So Tony and I were in Discovery Bay. Same drama with the whole water heater rubbish. We went to look at the land for the Riverstead. That's why we're down there. It wasn't why we're down there. Why did we drive out? Oh no, we were happily in our house watching TV and whatever. But I had to drive over because my surveyor called me, asked me to go look for a land for him up at Queen High. So I drove out, went to look at the land, find it, turn around, come up and said, Tony, me hungry. So I'm turning a little plaza. But we were still on the phone talking and chatting and going. So coming out of the plaza, boom, reverse. Ha! End up encounter another gentleman. But my car stopped, right? Because you have sensors, you have all of that. My car stopped. Anyway, my drive around stop, him say him get scratched. Come out of the car and I looked. He did get scratched. His paint job was scratched. And it was a slight little dent. Anyway, we negotiate for 10,000, then we negotiate and it reached 15,000. I said, all right, Tony, I could just pay it and move on. But when I looked at my car, looking at this car and I'm saying, oh, hold on, not even a scratch. Not even a dent. I mean, I came out and I looked and I rubbed my hand on it. I said, no, man, how come the car not even a dent? Then Aaron to me now. And Mr. Tim said, but hold on, but you sure me touch you? Because my car don't even have a scratch or a dent or anything on it. Him said, hear him now. Yeah, man, your car tougher than mine. There you go. That's why it's worth it. Anyway, we pay him 15,000. Me and Tony Ghana, we place him, we're going to go eat Ultimate Jerk. Which is where we should have gone in the first place, because Ultimate Jerk have parking and everything. Those are the places I like to go.
When you drove into the place, Bobby. What did I say to you when we drove in?
It's a little Choco Plaza. You know that plaza will not see me again. Not. But Discovery Bay need a good supermarket.
Yeah,
we need something like somebody said they sent me a WhatsApp. That was who sent me a WhatsApp? All right, Tony, have any more questions?
The Buffalo is saying start to go to trade school to learn things in order to do some yourselves. Or not even just to do it yourself, so you can know when it's being done wrong.
Yeah, no, you don't have to do it yourself. I do construction and plumbing. I don't touch those things. I don't touch nail and screw and those things. The most I have with me is my tape measure and my level. As Tony says, when you know you're doing it wrong. And one of the reasons I went to trade school was because I realized I like construction after the first house that I built, where I had to take that job from the contractor himself and finish it. So I had to be working with tilers and carpenters and so on. But how do you know if it is wrong? So you have to now go and get the lessons, the theories of the thing. You understand? Why does the door jamb need to be a certain height? Because the doors come at 80. You're gonna put in the jamb, which is the 1.5. So why does pre-construction, when they're dressing the door jamb, it needs to be at a certain height, right? You need to know, there are certain things you need to know. If you don't know it, and you hire a bad mason or plumber, whatever, you have problems, right? Um, do you know that you need to pressure the new build water need to dip on that building there way before you reach dressing of your walls and so on, right? And you dress up them wall and boom, a pipe burst. And you've gone back into the wall.
Not even burst, you forget to put on pipe cement on it.
Yeah, but best of all, why do you go to the schools? So let us say, I was just saying to my daughter, Rach, think we better go find a juice course and get in there. Why do I want to go to and do the juice course? Why? It's not because I really want to do the juice myself. No. Because there's always some behind the scene things in the trade that you need to know. So I went and did paralegal studies. I also have a paralegal certificate, everybody, which is why I know a sale agreement inside out, which is also why I know the steps for conveyancing, right? I also went and did courses at Title's office. The Title's office have a conveyance course that I paid at the time. I think it was 40,000. The course maybe is now 60 or 70,000. I don't know. But I spent my month learning about the intricacies of what goes on to make a title work, to what are the different things, the caveats and these that you can put on it. All those things increase your knowledge. But best of all, jumping into the courses, no matter how difficult you think the course is. So there's another course that I'm thinking of going on, like a short course called the solar course that I've been trying to get my daughters to go on the course. One of them two pick me away and see me out. I'm sorry, Zanda's even never come long time because I would have sent one of them on the course. Because I want to know how you calculate this thing, because I believe them a carry me wide, right? How do I really calculate how much load, how much solar panel I need, how much battery I need, how much this? I just think that money I carry me wide. Just like how when computers came, them carry wide, because we don't know about computer, right? So why do you go in the course though? You go in the course so you can meet the men in the trade or the women in the trade. You go in the course so that you can know the suppliers in the trade. So you need plumbing stuff, you need electrical stuff, you need solar panels, you need whatever it is. Who are the suppliers in the trade? You might need some equipment too. Who supplies the equipment? You might need tools. Now, the only way you're going to know that is if you get into the course, immerse yourself. And best of all, you're going to meet persons who are in the trade. So my plumbing school did that for me. And my construction school did that for me. As a matter of fact, right now, I'm working with one of the young men that I went to construction school with to bring up a project for me. So, and I've worked with the others before that to bring up other projects. So you're going to meet people in this trade, and that's the best thing. So whenever I go on these courses, I declare myself. I said, gentlemen, ladies, I'm here to network. That's what I'm there for, right? I'm not necessarily there to pass the exam and get the certificate at the end of it. No, that is not my aim. My aim is to get the knowledge and to get to do the network. I did last year. So I always try to put myself on 2 courses a year. So this year, was it this year or last year? I did tour guide.
Last year.
Last year. And I did
this year.
I did tour guide, and what's other than?
Tour guide and something else.
Something about tourism. Tour guide and tourism. Both courses. I learned the ins and outs. What's needed in the tourism, what's missing. I learned all of that. Tour guide, made very good friends in tour guide. People who give me knowledge on something else and allow me to do something else and allow me to help them to further what it is that they're trying to do. So this is why I go into courses for this year.
And you did mostly books this year.
I did what?
Books. We did 2 new books this year.
Oh yes, we did 2 new books. Why am I not remembering?
I don't know. Maybe because you don't finish the books. The construction books.
Oh yes. Construction. One is estimating. I don't finish the books, that's the truth. What I need to finish. Because I have to get, I don't do my, oh yes, I'm doing, one of the things I'm doing is the Thorpe seminar, which will be very soon. It's in November, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll be doing that this year as well. So I always try to do 2 courses and at least 2 academic books. Not novels and those things, but at least 2 serious academic books and 2 courses in something that I haven't done. So I'm looking for the solar. If I can still jump into that this year, is one of the things I have on my list to do. Because I want to know before I go spend $3-4 million. I want to know. Yeah, I want to know the ins and outs of it. I want to know what I'm talking about, right? So yes, jump into the course. No, you don't have the time, you say, but guess what? Heart at the time cost $10,000. Tony spent $10,000 for hers. Now it's free. When I did level 3, it was $5,000. If I was doing level 3 now, it would be free. I had to drive all the way from Kingston to Port Maria every Sunday and every Tuesday, I think, and every Sunday, all the way to get to the classes. But it was worth it. I can do an estimate. I see somebody on my phone asking for an estimate for a blueprint that we did for her. Asked me now for an estimate to do the job. So it is more than worth you jumping into the course, especially if you live in a country like Jamaica, where every class is cheap. Put it that way. Unless you really want to do medicine and law and them fancy things like we're doing it, you got to burn up money for the law. I should never ever burn up the money because the law, how did the law help you, Tony? Studying law, how did that help you for 3 years?
Well, for one, it improved my memory capabilities. I can remember more details than the average person.
Yes, she can. If I need to remember something, I said, Tony, remind me of this. Tony, that. The text her, I say if we're in the car together. She cannot recall it like that. Boom. No problem. So it helped her with her memory. Help you with anything else, you think?
It's maybe more organized person, which is, I was organized before, but because I've had to study so much in a short time, my organization skills now are much better in terms of when I need to recall or where I've put something, in terms of my computer organizational skills, stuff like that. And what I realized that because I did law, I read quicker too and understand quicker, so I can read vast amounts of information and process it very fast. Before I couldn't do that.
Very good. So the courses, the classes, and it keeps your brain sharp. When you have to go study something, you're not forced to bring out those brain cells, right? So jump in the classes if you say you can't study everything, but just do some little brief, quick things. 6 weeks. So the classes I jump into are no more than 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks. That's it. I don't need more than that to get the gist of what's going on. So look for those things.
Not only that, so even if you only take away one thing from the course, it would have been worth the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, a lot was taught in plumbing school, and for the main part, the only thing I've actually physically used is fixing toilets, fixing face basins, fixing showers, connecting new lines, and installing water tanks. And the amount of time I've had to fix a shower, I've only learned that.
Yeah, just that alone. So, but you see, it's a good thing you learn too, because and you learn that you need a specialized tool to open the mixer, to open the shower mixer, right?
Yeah, you need 3 specialized tools to do it.
Right. And sometimes the tool will help her. She still have to call Rambo. Rambo.
Sometimes it still need brute strength.
Brute strength. Yeah, but yeah, I would say try and get some knowledge. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And or you get people trustworthy. But we wanted to go into construction for our own personal, to build our own houses. If you're gonna do one house, maybe not, but you can watch YouTube videos and that kind of thing, get some knowledge. Well, a lot of questions, Tony. I see them popping, but you have to go back down the bottom because I think we've missed some.
There's one on the screen. Container homes are the right way to go with some natural additions.
Oh, and Leah is saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Or you get a Leah's question to pop on the screen and not the others.
I selected it.
Oh, she's next in line. You have to go in line, you don't want person, so you jump them question. I don't think container homes are the way to go, quite frankly.
I think if you're doing a home for yourself to live in that is going to carry on for generations, then you definitely need to go block and steel in this country. If you're doing something very unique like a short-term rental or a someplace where you can put a building down permanently, then I would go in the container.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna last as long as the block and steel, and it takes basically the same amount of effort.
Yeah, that's the thing. The worth, is it worth it? No, for me it's not worth it. Maybe because I know construction. So for that same size container that they're selling at 20 by, what is it, 20 by 10? No, it's 8 container with an 8 or 7. So it's 8 by 19. If you want to be like 8 by 19, you can use the block and steel and cost it the same money as doing the container. Remember, the container I forgot cut out, I forgot insulate, all of that. Plus, not to mention the maintenance. You live in Jamaica, you're surrounded by sea. So you have to make sure so that is always maintained because of the rust factor. Mm-hmm. If you own your land, you don't want a container. You want to do block and steel. You own the land, you want to carry on for generations, you use block and steel, everybody. Right? Use block and steel. As Tony said, temporary. Containers can be used temporarily, like you don't own the land. And if you never own the land, me that still go with board and concrete board and all these things. I want to go with container. Just no, I wouldn't. Not convinced. All right.
I've seen persons like buy the container and put it in the back of their yard for like a Airbnb or a home office or something like that.
Right. That's temporary. Fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Naku says, I'm so late. Good morning. Morning, Naku.
Morning, Naku. So the sun is struggling and it's still dark.
Maxie B says, I finally got my building plan from the Manchester Municipal after 8 months.
Manchester, they don't usually take that long. 8 months. Oh my God. Usually they don't take so long. I've had to deal with Manchester. They don't usually take so long. But again, tricks to the trade, guys. Again, you have to work with somebody who knows the ins and outs of the parish council. Like the people I work with, by the time our people approve, by the time my client approve it and say, yes, Claudia, go ahead. Trust me, I don't even have time to forget that the plan is there. I hear the architect or the draftsman calling me and say, Claudia, it approved. Me say, what you say to me? Claudia, it approved.
You have to hustle because it's approved.
Yeah. Which is why I tell you, which is why I go on the courses. You got to go. I even went on a draftsman course at Hart in Hart in Portmore at the time. What's the next question?
Lexi saying new developments coming to Old Harbor, Blue Maho.
Blue Maho. Oh, well, if I come on New Harbor, man. Tetherford Estates came up. No, Blue Maho.
Smart Home one came up too. I can't remember the name now.
Another one came up in Old Harbor?
Yeah, Smart. The one that is beside the vineyards.
Oh, yes. Only for competition in the Old Harbor, man. Wow.
Yeah, from Smart Home Solutions.
Okay.
Caribbean Spurs says, hi, ladies and viewers. Sorry, I'm late. Hi, Caribbean Spurs. And Sharon is saying, where can one research information on new commercial developments in St. Anne? Lots of developments in Draxall, but desperately need supermarkets and more.
Supermarket coming in Draxall. I don't know why they don't roll out yet. Should I roll out already? Supermarkets coming in Draxall. So are more plazas. All on the front, all of the front there. So
maybe they're waiting on approvals.
Maybe.
Lexi says, new developments coming to Old Harbor, 8.5 million Blue Maho development. Oh, that's the name of the development, Blue Maho development.
8.5 for a whole Sarlan.
That'd be like a 1 bedroom, right?
Must be a 1 bedroom if it's a house. The Blue Maho. Is it called Blue Maho? Not seeing anything. Let me check my WhatsApp. Send the info to my WhatsApp. Let me check. Oh, somebody sent me Bel Air at Wilshire.
Okay.
Good morning. Introducing Bel Air at Wilshire, pristine community design with you in mind. Nestled in the heart of Jamaica's premier location on the border of Montego Bay. Oh, is somebody in who is on live now? Send it to me. There is a video too. Hold on. Border of 19 minutes from Donald Sangster, walking distance to the coastline, beaches, and restaurants. A treasure of safety and peace of mind. Sleek, modern, beautiful amenities. Approximately 1,500 square feet. 2 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, glistening pool, plenty space of parking, recreation and greenery, patios at front and the back. With own private backyard, prices start at $255,000, subject to escalation. Please contact me for information. Who am I to contact? Who sent me this? Marlon Hyatt? Marlon, you're the agent?
The Blue Maho development is 2,400 square feet lots, 400 square feet units. Looks like a studio or one bedroom. Looks like a
Where you found it?
they have a website called Island Forward.
You can share?
Yeah.
Island Forward, you said?
Mm-hmm. Islandforward.com.
If those one bedrooms are 8 million, I'm sure them sell off for it. There's no way they can have actual one bedrooms on the ground, and they're not apartments, right?
Looks like houses from the little as I can see. How do I share screen again?
We're hearing about the developments, and I don't have a pen. Tony, you writing them down?
No.
All right, this
But
is on Riverstead. You need to go check them out.
Remember Blue Maho and K Manors Stone.
Gosh, I don't have anything to write.
I should have a pen in the cup.
No, I'm not here there.
Oh.
Hold on, let me just type them in my phone. Tell me them again.
Bel Air at Wilshire.
Bel Air.
And Blue Maho Development.
Came on a stone and Blue Maho.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Individual investors. Penn Village. Scroll up. So there are one bedrooms that start already. Scroll up.
Well, see something here like they build a model unit at least.
Oh, Blue Maho Capital. Invest in the Caribbean by helping to build affordable houses. Diversify your portfolio by investing in the Caribbean today and helping to build houses for regular people. Get started. Okay, so you can go to the website. So apparently, this is a company. So they're floating bonds. Tony, it's better you read the investment, Go back, come out of the video. Scroll down. Scroll down. So persons can go and sign up if they want to. Invest with clarity and this is a fund that's trying to do this using real estate. Scroll down. More info. Individual investors. Blue Maho Capital. What's that? Related. What's that word? Today.
I'm not sure where you're reading.
Raised today 293,000. Minimum goal 50,000. Stretch goal 5 million. Invest now. So they wanted to invest. Equity $10 per share, Class C, accredited only, no financials audited. Scroll down.
That's some documents.
Blue Maho Capital is seeking your help to do this. Scroll down. All right, so everything is there that you can use to see if you want to invest. All right, I'll look at it a little later. It's called Blue Maho Capital. All right. They started building it look like?
I guess. I don't know. Maybe.
All right.
The houses in the photos look wider than what they proposed, though.
Oh, you can pick up that from this. Oh, them advisor leaching. Okay. Okay. But these are advisors, not investors. All right. You have another question? Tony will try to answer the question.
Okay.
So we'll check out the website. Everybody check it out, see if it makes sense.
Shakira says, "Good morning, ladies. We'll have to watch the replay to catch up late."
Oh, you mean on live, you know? Mm-hmm.
And then we have Marcia says, "Good morning, everyone. Afternoon." And Roster Wheeler says, "Claudia, I sent you the information on WhatsApp." Caravan Spur says, "If true, my theory is because there's discovered oil in the Caribbean in our jurisdiction, the IMF will."
Say that again, Tony.
If true, my theory is because they've discovered oil in the Caribbean Sea in our jurisdiction, the IMF will.
Again, with these macro things, how does it affect you? How does it affect you personally? Always bring it back to you. You're the ones who have to feed your families, not the government. So bring it back to you. How is it gonna affect you? You have to act accordingly. So one of the things is inflation is a macro thing. How does it affect you personally? It means that high prices for you personally, food and all of that. So you have to mitigate against that as an individual. How you mitigate that? You'd have to go earn more so you can buy the food, the same food. I remember I used to go to the supermarket when Tony was a baby and I spent 500 Jamaican dollars. I'm a trolley full. Now I have to spend 50,000 Jamaican dollars from a same trolley to be full with the same food, right? So it means that throughout the years, I would have to have been earning more and more money to be able to go in the supermarket and spend 50,000 Jamaican dollars. If I was still only earning where I could only spend $500 in the supermarket, I would be starving right now. So how does it affect you? Inflation, you have to earn more. So figure out how does this rating, how is it going to affect us, this rating? Also, how is finding gold or oil or any of those things in Jamaica? How is it going to affect you? Think in advance. How is it going to affect you? So you know how to mitigate. All right? Two basic things you need to know as a human when you become an adult. How do you feed yourself? And how do you house yourself? Remember, humans can no longer live in tree. We don't have we're too weak now. We don't have a disposition to go live in a tree again. I live under a tree. So you have to figure out how you can house yourself and how you're going to feed yourself. Once you figure out those two, you don't have to worry about anything else. Just figure out those two. All right?
I think for the most part, housing yourself in Jamaica is pretty easy.
Housing is easy.
Yeah.
It's not nothing complicated about that. Everybody think it's complicated, but it's not. It's simple. It's very easy. Matter of fact, the people who are self-employed are doing themselves a serious disservice by not registering with the National Housing Trust. With the National Housing Trust in Jamaica, it's a game changer. It's simple. Get your first job, save up your money first year for a deposit. You qualify after 1 year, go and go buy something. Buy one of Mr. Bloomer who house $8 million, move it along. Right? That's all you have to do. Buy what you can afford. And then till you can afford what you want. That's it.
Laura is saying, good morning, Claudia. I got my roof done yesterday. I used Raj. Thanks for the information. They were great and they're the cheapest. Appreciate it.
Thank you. That's who?
Right.
Marsha?
Lorna.
Oh, Lorna.
Wet it. Just
Huh?
remember to wet it.
What is that?
You have to remember to wet the roof.
Yeah, the slab roof it was. So you use, who she use?
Raj.
Try us.
Whoever, where is Raj? Raij.
I know I gave her Striders. What else did I give you? Most somebody has Striders. Just remember to wet the roof. All right. It won't be their fault if the roof leak. You must keep the roof wet. Sprinkler roof. Remember, tell the man go up there every morning or sprinkle it. Evening and morning, noon, and night. The roof can't dry out.
Right. Caribbean Spurs, it's saying it prevent us from borrowing to build the finery, etc. Just my thoughts. Keep black countries poor. But if the government is smart, they'll find a workaround. That they're still
Black
talking.
countries, you calling Jamaica black country poor? We're nowhere near poor.
No, it says to keep black countries poor.
Oh, but we're not included in that, are we? We are not a poor country, that I can tell you. I think what has happened to some persons is that they refuse to go out and extract what they need to extract from the country. They're lazy, put it that way. They're lazy. They don't stay in school, get their trade, their profession. They don't. When they're here in this country, they don't work as hard. But the minute they jump on a plane, them work all tree work just to buy a bed. Don't make any sense to me, but that's how it is.
Mommy, I think what is in our country, you can be lazy and survive.
Yeah.
Right?
Lazy and eat food.
Yeah. I mean, our country is not hard to live in. If you have marginal ambition, you can still buy a house and buy a car.
Yeah.
In Jamaica.
Yeah. If your ambition is very marginal, as Tony said. Of course, if you have super ambition, then you can be ultra rich, you know?
Yeah.
But
country's not
you
hard.
can be marginal and live in this country. You don't even need,
once you keep your work, you can buy a house and car. You don't even have to get a promotion, do anything extra.
Yeah. All those persons that I sell mostly to the people at the lower end of the pay scale. And I can tell you, once them come, them have ambition, them are going to get it. Them are going to do it. It's going to happen. They're going to buy this house, then them are going to move on to buy them car. And them are call me. Miss D, yeah, mom, just get a little car. And they're good, right? So, I don't know. I drive up and down through this country and I'm like, why do they suffer? Why do they stay at the bottom of the scale? And I've come to discover that a lot of it has to do with their ambition. Just straight, their ambition. That's all it is. What do they want out of life? If you don't demand things out of life, it won't give you anything. If you go to the sea with a teaspoon, you're going to get a teaspoon of water. You go to the sea with a cup, you get a cup of water. You go to the sea with a 1 gallon, a 55-gallon drum, you're going to get that. But what I've realized is that nobody wants to go to the sea with a 55-gallon drum because they're afraid that they're going to have to carry it. They don't want the load to carry. Not realizing that, hey, let me call 4 of my friends. And the 4 of us can carry a 55-gallon drum of water. And each of us get 1/4 of that 55-gallon. And it will be more than the 1 or 2 gallons that you alone can carry.
Yeah.
They don't realize that they need to leverage so that they can use the institutions like an NHT to leverage you. Use your friends and family to leverage so that you can get more than a gallon of water or 2 gallons of water. You alone can only maybe carry 5 gallons of water. 4 of you carry 55 gallons. I mean, each of you get at least 10, 15 gallons of water. You understand? But that's one thing. You don't learn how to leverage. The second thing, no, it's three things. One, don't stay long enough in school. You don't get a trade or a profession. It's 4 things really. 2, you don't learn how to leverage yourself. 3, you don't learn how to work together. You are the one who want to climb the mango tree by yourself. Right, Tony? Or you want to sail the boat by yourself. Ain't gonna happen. Which is why I jump in the courses. Because I want to need people to help me to do what I need to do. Right? And fourthly, you don't understand how money works. So you don't get any financial education. You don't understand that you must let that money multiply before you spend it. You have to multiply before you spend it. Because if you don't multiply before you spend it, when you spend it, it's gone. It only, gone. So you have to find a way for that money multiply before you spend it. So you get $1,000 for your pay. Oh, me can multiply $1,000 before I go spend it. You don't have the financial education. So one is education of yourself personally. And I learned these things from the richest man in Babylon. Those of you in my book club would have gone through it. That's one. You don't learn your own self-development. Because the more money you have, and the more bright you have to be, Trust me on that one. Because I could have get $10 million in a lotto tomorrow. If you haven't improved your own self through the education and training, through financial education as well, you are not going to make it. So 1 is education. 2 is leverage. 3 is the ability to work together. If you look out in the animal kingdom, the ants, the lion, the tiger, the birds, everybody work together. There's not a single animal out there who's by himself. Them run in packs and groups and whatever else you want to call them. Flocks, like birds are flocks, right? Dogs run in packs, wolves run in packs. You're not going to see, not even a cockroach you're going to see by himself. It only, I always say to my kids, I say, guys, if you see one roach or one rat, no, is not one. You have to go deal with it, right? We humans are the only species who try to do everything by themselves. It ain't gonna work. So you must work together as a group. And the fourth, you need to learn financial literacy. Financial literacy. And what was the question that bring me here? So I don't even remember. But what is the next question? I don't remember.
He says, agreed with the need to know, educated self. I'm looking to get solar panels, but very hesitant, since I don't know the ins and outs of how they work and the panel sizes and the systems, etc.
Exactly. So that's it. I'm going to educate myself. I can't tell you where our course is if you're in Jamaica, which I looked at it the other day. My timing is out with it though, but it's at Vector Systems. Go to Vector Systems, Tony. Vector Systems. Tony did course there, or Rachel did a course there. So Rachel did AutoCAD there.
I did a course there.
You did a course there too. You did website development, right? Is that what you did?
Intro, yeah.
Yeah, Tony did website. Rachel did AutoCAD. Share the screen.
You sure that's a name? Oh, it's Vector Technology.
Vector Technology.
There are 2. VTI, right? VTI.
Oh, Vector Technology on Eastern Park Road. VDTI is a hard school up in Papi.
It's VTI, Vector
VTI.
Technology.
You sharing the screen of the course?
Yeah.
I see Linsta asking about down payment. Your deposit is dependent on what the request, so it can be anywhere from 5 to 10% of the purchase price. So it depends on your loan. So if you're getting 90% financing, you need 10% deposit. If you're getting 95% financing, you need 5% deposit. The only people I know now who giving 95% financing is NHT. So if you're going to a bank, you will need 10% deposit because the bank is giving you a 90% financing. Marsha T says education, leverage, financial literacy, ability to work together. Yes, no man stands alone. Yes, Marsha T, that's what you need. Buffalo says, isn't it true that many finish programs like nursing, teaching, etc., but are not paid substantial wages to survive? I think that is the reason for the brain drain. Substantial, no matter how much you pay them, if they don't have financial literacy, they will still not make it. I have had doctors and all of those people come in front of me, I still can't buy the first house yet. And it's not now them is doctors and nurses and teachers. I can tell you that. It has nothing to do with how much you earn. It is what you do with it. Right? There is a saying, it has nothing to do with what you earn, is what you save. But that's not true because savings alone will still not cut it. It is not what you earn. So my motto is, it is not what you earn, it is what you do with it. That's the important thing, and I hinted at it. When you earn $10, you cannot go give it to JPS, NWC, Floor, the school fee for your kids. You can't divvy that out like that. You have some people who collect them pay and them have an envelope with everybody name on it. Everybody named upon the envelope except theirs. So where is your name on this envelope? Answer that. And you earn the money. E20 will pay you $500,000 for the month. And you have envelope and you have everybody named upon it down to the puss and the dog feeding upon it. And your name is not on any of those envelopes. You hear me talking about the richest man in Babylon. The first thing it teaches you, you must put aside 10% of your income. And what you're going to do with it? You're putting it aside for future investments. Why you need the future investments? Because that 10% is the golden goose that you're going to get, and that golden goose is going to lay more eggs. So that is a 10% for the future investment, because that future investment is going to bring you more income in. Why you need to do that? I'm saying if you spend every dollar that you get every month, you will be poorer and poorer, because guess what? You see, your pay can't move as fast as inflation. Impossible. The economy doesn't work that way. And you have to learn that very early in life, that inflation is a beast that every country has to contend with. And why you have inflation? You know why you have inflation? Because everybody greedy. The doctor want more pay. The nurse want more pay. The man who make the orange juice want more pay. The person in your house who is working as a household helper for you want more pay. Everybody greedy and want more pay. That is why you have inflation. If everybody would have just said, this is it, level it off, this is a pay, this is how we're going to use, everything would be good. But no, somebody have to get up and say, more and more, more and more, more and more. That is inflation. We all cause inflation on ourselves, right? So you as an individual have to know, how do I mitigate inflation? The only way to mitigate that is, as the book teaches, the richest man in Babylon, take 10% of the money and put it in an envelope fee with your name on it. I say you need to go even further, 50%, and which is what I'm trying to get my children to get to know. 50% of your income must be in an envelope for yourself. 50% of it. How can you work for 30 days and then you give everybody your money except you? So 50% of the money must be your envelope with your name. Then you take the 50% and you do what them tell you. You make a profitable investment. So the richest man in Babylon teaches us 10% you must put aside for yourself with your name. Me say 50%. It then teaches you control your expenses. It teaches you that. So control your light bill, control your water bill, control your supermarket bill. Control those things with the other 90%. But I say control those things with the other 50%. If you don't do that, you're not going to make it. And even if we say we pay you $1 million, now civil servants in Jamaica, some of them pay double and triple because the finance minister gave them a new pay package. And I can tell you 99% of them spend off that money already. They wait over 10 years to get the back money. And 99% of them spend it off already, and them don't even buy a house yet.
They bought new cars.
You see how much car up on the road? You see how much new car up on the road? Yes. We could have given the world in our money. If you don't have financial literacy, will not make a difference. Those of you who go through my book club, understand this. We fight about this. Oh, Miss D, we can't say no more than what I do already. Oh, Miss D, the supermarket bill high and whatever. But you see, you are the one buying the goods. It's not the government of Jamaica. It's you. You get the pay and you spend it. So it is you, which is why you have to educate you. You have to educate yourself because it is you who making the mistake. It's not the government of Jamaica. It is not the systems in place and all these things that working to conspire against you. It is you, which is why we say stay in school, get the education, get the trade or profession that you need. When you earn the money now, you have to decide, I need 50% of this money for future investments so that more money can come into my kitty. Right? Because inflation is coming. Now, you've heard, well, maybe not on this program, but I've definitely said it in my book clubs. The only beast that can keep pace with inflation is real estate. The only beast. There's nothing else that you're going to buy that will keep pace with inflation. So when tomato price raise, when oil raise, when phone bill raise, and all of these things raise on you, the only thing that will keep pace is real estate. So if you notice, you keep saying the real estate prices keep going up. Yes, and them keeping pace with inflation. The tomato price will go up, but it will come down at some point. And in addition to keeping pace with inflation, the real estate will give you back some coins in the form of rent. It will also give you back that. And if you keep it long enough, it will give it back to you automatically. You can lie down in your bed and watch Netflix, right? It's one of those investments that you don't have to keep watching. If you do stocks, you do bonds, you do treasury bills, you do all of these fancy things that I'm telling you about, every morning you get to be a fair watch your screen. Real estate, you don't. All right? So guys, it's important. Financial literacy is what gets you there. I could drop you in England, China, America, Canada, where yes, you claim you're getting more money, but why you're not better off? You still only have one house and one car. You still have no additional investments bringing in money. You don't have no golden goose, therefore you cannot get any golden eggs. You're still working paycheck to paycheck, hand to mouth, paying for one house and one car, just the same. Because you have not learned financial literacy. You have not learned about leverage. You have not learned about working together. You have not honed your craft so that you get better and better. You have not continued learning. All of that is in The Richest Man in Babylon. Of course, said in parables and all of that. And also, a very important in the book teaches you, keep yourself away from the gambling house. So keep yourself away from lotto ticket, racehorse gambling, all of the vices that you can think of. Keep yourself away from those things.
I think one of them is online shopping now.
Well, yes, online shopping. So that take over from gambling. That is a serious addiction.
They invented
right?
one just for women now.
And look at what the Walmarts and the Amazons of this world have done. They have created a golden goose. A golden goose. And every month, you have Amazon Prime now. Take how much? $10 a month, Tony?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that is an example of a golden goose. Every month, you lay an egg, and that egg it laying is you putting in $10. You laying the $10 egg every month. It's not going in your bank account, going into Amazon's bank account. So you have to understand how the game is played, all right, and learn to play it. This game of life. If you don't study it, you don't learn how to play the game. Of course, I'm gonna chew you up and spit you out. Go up on the tennis court, I'm gonna slam 2 balls from you out of the game because you have not learned the rules. You have to learn the rules. You have to learn the game. And you have to go. I had a coach named CJ Walker. God rest his soul. When we got that coach, the company I was with, Island Life, paid for it. I was the president of the netball club, and I went and got CJ Walker because them used to beat you up in a netball like crazy. So when I get CJ Walker, that brought home to me all the things that I've learned over the years about teamwork, about knowing the rules, about knowing where you are on this team. In other words, what is your job on the team? So, like, I am the chairperson for Riverstead. I have to know what is my role. And we have other persons there who are treasurers, secretaries, and so on, board of directors. Each of us have to know what is our role, and we have shareholders too. Shareholders have to know what is their role as well. You have to be, it's a team effort. You're trying to do things on your own, it's not going to work. And even if it's in your own household, if it's in the church, if it's in government, if it's in companies, each person must know their role, and you have to do it well. So when I was in the army, if you're just a foot soldier, you have to play the foot soldier role good. And if you're the captain or the lieutenant, like I was a lieutenant, you have to play the role well. You have to know which role you are, where you are in this game. But if you don't know the game, so the game called life. So this is a game called life, which we're all in. You must know the game. You must know the rules. You must study. Pay attention, or you're going to be gobbled up like everybody else. Walking and complain about this, about that. And you look around you. So how some people are making it and you now make it. Look to you. You have to look to you. Why this man over there can sit down all day and watch Netflix? What is he doing? What are they doing? What am I doing? So wrong. What is it? You have to look to you. Right? Look to you. Knowledge. Knowledge and how you use it is important. Not just the knowledge. All of knowledge. We have knowledge at our fingertip now. We have YouTube. We have the live here. We have all kind of things. Knowledge not hidden from you anymore. It's there. Right? But what a lot of persons still not getting is the more you earn is the more you must learn. And the more you learn is the more you're going to earn. So the more things you know, so like me know a whole heap of things. Yes. I train myself to know a whole heap of things. Drop myself in all of the whole heap of different courses I'm all about. Right? The more you learn is the more you earn. So which is why the top doctors, the top lawyers, the top teachers, the top real estate agents like myself, Antonian, we earn more than the average person out there who just know have a little bit of knowledge, right? So the more you learn is the more you must earn, right? But guess what? the more you earn, is the more you must learn. So when you jump the tax bracket, is a damn jump the tax bracket, don't go and take more from me. But guess what? You still have more in your pocket, right? But guess what, guys? You have to go learn more if you keep the money. That's the truth. Because the more you earn, is the more you have to go learn. Which is a mistake that the people who win lottos and those things make. These windfall monies that you get, whether from redundancy, from lotto playing, from your granny drop out and leave your money. You know, you never improve your learning to go with the money that you have. Jeff Bezos, all of them guys that we love to talk about. They have to learn, keep learning, keep working with people. They have to keep doing all of that to stay up there. You don't just get there and stop. It's a never ending thing. Right? So you don't want to do all of that. Just buy your one house, buy your one car, sit pretty. You're good.
You're another
right?
time.
Oh, go ahead.
You're doing so well.
We're doing so well. What is 75,000 Jamaican dollars? 7 weeks.
The solar course.
Oh, the solar course. Drop it the link in the chat so they can grab it. Drop a link in the chat. And it is with company.
But it's a whole thing. Then we have to send them child to go do this.
What do you mean? Candidate will read it. What's the entry requirements?
Candidates with electrical or electronic experience or qualifications are required to sit an electrical test before matriculating directly into the program. Candidates with CXC maths but no electrical or electronic experience or qualification must pursue the basic electricity for PVC installers course before.
Oh, so they have that. Okay, so they have a basic electricity course that you can do. Mm-hmm. If you don't have the electrical thing, yeah. Next, candidates who do not have CXC maths, what, or experience or qualifications.
Who do not have CXC maths or experience or qualification, electrical, electronic, must sit an entrance maths test set by the institution and pursue the basic entrance for PVC installers course before matriculating into the program. Acceptance is based on the conditions governing matriculation requirements for the college policy.
All right. Somebody like me, I would find a person for this course and I would say, listen, like me, I have maths, right? So I would say I have maths, but I'm not here for the certification. I don't want the certification. I'm willing to pay you the 75,000 and I will just sit in the class. They're not going to say no. You learn by osmosis. And when you're in the class, here is a trick now. When you're in the class, you're going to sort out for the bright spark in the class. The gentleman who asks enough questions, who look like him can get the answer fast and so on. And you find yourself and you sit beside him. When I'm going to lunch, you go to lunch. 1 or 2 days, you might buy him lunch. That's what you do it. You network. He might go teach you certain things. If you sit down beside him, you're going to learn by osmosis. When you're struggling, he will help you and show you just 1 and 2 pointers, and before you know it, you get it. All right? That's how you do it, Tony. Remember, knowledge we want. We don't want certificate. We don't want paper. Our age, we don't need paper. Plus, we're not going in the field for go put in a solar panel. Them same guys there, we're going to hire them. That's what I tell my construction class, I say, I will hire you people. That me tell. And it's true. That's what happened. I ended up hiring some of them. So that's it. All right. Self-reflect. Marsha, what I'm seeing on my screen, I don't know if I miss anything.
Hold on, because we have to get through this fast. Cheryl is saying, hi, ladies. I was traveling and missed the Homestead meeting, but watched the video of the land and listened to the audio of the meetings. I have a couple of questions.
She want to shoot them to me private? She asks questions or she want...
group.
Huh?
That way everyone can hear the questions.
Yeah, drop them in the Homestead group. Those of you who want to join the Homestead group here, WhatsApp me, put you in the group. But you have to join Telegram.
Right. Marcia says studying law helps to keep abreast of the changes in law and regulations, especially when it comes to real estate and laws governing the nations and individual civil rights and human rights. What course would you recommend in the construction industry for over 50 women? Mom, I would recommend your book, so you need to finish it.
Yeah, I need to finish my book. Oh gosh, the book would have helped you so much, Jada. Just get with it faster. But the same construction course at heart.
Yeah, if you have the time, you can definitely do that.
Yeah. Find one that go in the evenings. I think Portmore Heart Academy have an evening construction class, level 1 and 2. They're also done all over the Jamaica, you know. So go on the website, heart of a website. Go on the website, and you must get find a school in your area.
Mm-hmm.
So Tony went down to Ashanine Road, right in the Tika too, where she did her course. I did mine in Port Maria. Mm-hmm. Next question.
CD says container homes are not for hurricane zones.
I believe that. Them something that will blow away for sure. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And Cheryl is saying, her questions. Will there be paved roads? 1. 2, how much would the oceanfront lots cost? And 3, will I be responsible for cutting and grading my lot? Sounds
Yes, you're
like
responsible.
being able to build if we want. How soon can I?
We'll build as soon as we finish the roads. Yes, there will be paved roads and all of that. That is the standard. Unless we're doing farm lots. We're not doing farm lots, we're doing residential lots. Mm-hmm. So that's the standard. Paved roads, gutters, drains, everything, which is what EcoStead is moving into the next stage now. Yes, you'll be responsible for your cutting your own. Once we hand it over, your name is on the title, so you'll be responsible for all of that. Well, I'd missed the middle question.
How much would the oceanfront lot cost?
Oh, we don't know that yet. We can't price of lots until we have done the construction. But in Jamaica, ocean front is not ocean front. I mean sea view lots in Jamaica. So we just sell a lot in Hills of Draxall for, what was it again, Tony? 175,000 US. Yeah,
I think so.
175,000 US. But I would imagine sea view lots go from anywhere from 100,000 US up. Depending on size, location, and all of that. So if you want a price, 100,000 US. That's what lots, sea view lots go for now. But remember, those persons who come in as a shareholder, technically when development come, would have gotten their lots for what they invested initially, not what it is selling for. It's the people who come in and buy afterwards that would buy at that price. Because remember, the aim of the steads, of the homesteads that we're doing, so EcoStead, Riverstead, the aim is find a property to develop, put in everybody who is a shareholder, put in enough money to buy the property and get the subdivision approvals, right? Once you get subdivision approvals, then we move to the construction. And our goal there so would be to either get the bank to fund it, either get shareholders again to put in more money to fund it as investors. So it's either, so your shareholders first put in the money to buy the property and get the subdivision approval going. Then the second stage would be to get investors. Now shareholders can also be investors. So let us say we say, just like when you're looking at Bloom or Whole Capital, they're looking for investors. So you'd say, investors, the cost to do this is 500 million. You can buy shares at X, or you can put in X amount of money, I will pay you. So if you buy shares at X, we pay a dividend. You put in a certain money, we give you interest. So it's specific to you say, okay, you can put in $10, I will give you $1 on it. That's interest. That will be investors, right? Or other stage, you just sell the land outright. So you sell the land to other persons, and you do your subdivision. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Marsha T says knowledge is the best thing for peace of mind, especially when contractors and service vendors trying to triple charge for repairs and other services, especially when they see a woman. Marsha also said rather board houses rather than container homes if no concrete is not being used.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon says, how long is the process for utility to be put on once letter received from attorney for new developments? It depends on which company.
Depends on what?
It depends on which utility company. NWC takes longer. JPS is more efficient.
Yeah. Remember, JPS using smart meter. Because the development meters that would have already been there is just for them to turn it on. So once you apply, I mean, every 2 days in JPS. I mean, simple thing, 1, 2, 3. But with NWC is a creature and the beast now that like them have to pull out a whole, I don't know. Even with new
they've gotten better with new developments. They've some of the developments they pre-installed the NWC meters, but they were having a shortage the other day, so that could affect them actually putting in a meter.
Yeah, the meter had a running with them with the meter charging. Say good morning.
Morning, Zayman.
You can.
Good morning.
Good morning. Not a morning verse. So you got where you come with racing car house already? Where you come with them as early in the morning?
Lexi G says Jamaican American David Mullins is the investor for Blue Maho Investments.
Morning, Xander.
And Love Overhead says, I wish the government of Jamaica vet these companies asking for investments.
You wish the government of Jamaica what?
Would vet them companies asking for investments.
You coming under? You want to use the bathroom? Hold on, 20, carry on. Let me just deal with Xander quick.
Okay. And Mark says, me too. And Kodesh says, do you know anyone that does shower enclosures and staircase rails using the hard plastic in the opening? And okay to come to St. Mary's side. Okay. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll ask Mom when she gets back, along with her opinion on the government of Jamaica vetting investment companies. Mark is saying, I agree with you. They moved to the US and no one worked harder. Yes. Zayven?
Look at this one.
What happened? You waiting on grandma?
That's waiting on
grandma. He's helping Xander.
Look, it's wrong with me.
Yeah, she's helping Xander. Tell grandma to come quick. Tell her, come quick. You coming quick?
You want to come up? All right, Tony. What did I miss?
Okay, so
Sorry about that, everybody.
It says, I wish the government of Jamaica vet these companies asking for investments.
I think they do. They have to. I don't know. I can't answer that.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a foreign company, you know. So
what is a
it's
foreign company?
regulated by their government.
Oh, you think Blue Maho is a foreign company?
Yeah, I think so. The government can't, or Jamaican government can't, unless they're registered here. But if they're registered overseas, you remember you are the one taking the risk. Government of Jamaica can't stop you from investing in whatever it is you. It's like when you buy stocks and you buy bonds and all those things. You can't stop it from doing
Right.
any of it.
Those companies are vetted by the stock exchange, right? You have to meet certain requirements every year.
That is if it's a local stock. But you can buy over. You can go online and buy overseas stock. Can't you? Yeah.
Someone is asking, do you know anyone that does shower enclosure and staircase rails using the hard plastic in the opening?
I inquired about that the other day and I got a name, you know. Got a name. But I don't know. Can't remember who it was. Ask me next week. I'll check it. Or send me a WhatsApp. Let me check it. The name, you know. What was the name of the company?
All right, so send Ms. Davis a WhatsApp about that. Sharon is asking, what's the average cost to install a water tank? 800 liters. And what materials do I need to budget for?
Well, in Camelot, the going rate is 18,000. I don't know what other plumbers charge.
I have things like a pump, a water pump.
It depends. Water pump if it's on the ground, right?
Sharon is
So
in
you can't buy. You can't go on the Carlisa website and look at the water pumps. You need water pump and smart head, or water pump and pressure tank. I think when I bought a set for somebody at the hardware that it named Williams Hardware, and it was like the bill was like 75,000. With the water tank. I'm trying to find see if I can bring up the bill. If I find the bill, you can drop it in the chat and you can be guided by that. But we have extra, so you have to put on a lock off. So if you don't have a lock off for water commission separate, you need to put one in front. We also put a filter on the line before it gets to the tank. So those extra things. If you have pressure problem, you put in a pressure reducing valve as well. I did it and I send the bill. When I find it, I just find that bill.
What's 75?
75,000.
What's happening? That's Auntie Tony.
The tank itself is about 50 grand, right, Mom?
All right. So when I'm selling the tanks, I'm missing out. Can't remember the price. 720 is 46,000. 1,000 gallon is 55,000. Our tanks are cheaper, coming out of multi-plastics. But maybe where she are, we're not there. So you would be looking at a Rhino or a Tough tank. Rhino or a Tough tank. And 1,000 gallon is like a $60-something thousand dollars. For the Tough tank.
The Buffalo is saying, isn't it true that many finish programs like nursing, teaching, etc., but are not substantial ways to survive? You answered that already. They're saying education, leverage, financial literacy, ability to work together. Woman stands alone. That's correct. And listener says, good morning, ladies. How much would I need in my pocket for a down payment on a $40 million house?
Answer that one already too.
Okay. What you told them, 10%?
10% if the financing is 90%. 5% if financing is 95%. That's what governs what you pay.
Right. So 10% plus 2% or 5% plus 2%. The Buffalo is so true about financial literacy. I learned that in your book club. Camille says, how is that to work when we have so many bills? Things are so bad.
And this is the problem. This is where the problem lies. Who have so many bills? You're right. It's you take on all of them bills. Nobody never give them to you. You take them on. And this is a struggle that we have when we're in the book club. Somebody who just said that a while ago. Camille. Somebody, there's always a Camille. There's always more than one Camille. When we get to that section that the book speaks about. Control
the expense in the first place.
Yeah, we always spend hours just talking about that because some persons can't wrap their head around the fact that how do I control my expenses? I don't understand. You're the one who took on expenses, Nobody gave them to you, really. Mm-hmm. Any expense that you have is you take it on. The light bill, the water bill, the school fee, the this, the that, you name it, is you take it on. Nobody gave it to you.
Or overtime.
Overtime, 8:04. All right. You finish?
Ruby's asking what time is the Riverstead group today?
What time we call it? We never call a meeting. We had our meeting on.
Well, sometime this week.
Today again, I normally have it at what time? 10 o'clock?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, 10 o'clock. Let me drop it in the chat.
Sharika is saying, Miss D, the thing without financial education, most people, we thought buying the car, treating ourselves to something nice, i.e. food, clothes, etc., and paying ourselves. We are not thinking wealth and assets.
Right.
Yeah.
Think liability first. So all those expenses that we're talking about, Camille, those are liabilities. Liabilities, as Rich Dad Poor Dad says, Robert Kiyosaki, which is on one of the books that we use in the book club as well, takes, and we use that in the club just to teach you that. Liabilities take money out of your pocket. Assets put money in your pocket. So Sharika, I said, you're not thinking assets. You're only thinking liabilities. And
right.
that's
and those liabilities are just paying yourself first.
Those liabilities are what?
And you think those liabilities are paying yourself first, buying a new clothes and treating yourself to dinner.
Yeah, that is bad. That is treating yourself, right? You think that is an asset. Mm-hmm.
Alia says we must stop stealing from our future. Use our money to invest in ourselves. That's so true. Stealing from your future. That's a good way to put it, Alia.
That's a very good way. Because if you don't invest in yourself now, what kind of future you have?
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And Sharika said,
we spend a fortune on educating ourselves and learning. Just learning make a difference. I mean, you can't let up. Even with Xana Zaven's age, you can't let up. It has to start early. Because guys, the problem is not if you live. The problem is not if you die. Why are you doing this now? The problem is not if you die. If you die, you don't have no problem. Problem solved. Problem is if you live and you never do what you need to do today for tomorrow. So you can choose.
The truth is, nobody's working on dying. Everybody's working on living.
Right.
If you were working on dying, you would have a problem.
The living plan you have. If you don't work on dying, you wouldn't have no plan. Your plan is to live. So therefore, you can choose today. And I got this analogy from Mason Tony, a young man that I sold a quad to years ago, come to me with $0 and talk about a man who listen and a man who follow instruction. That was him. So Macy, you want the money, do this, do that, do that. Go to your company, ask for that. I mean, guys, he was riding a bike. He bought a quad. So every day, him call me every now and again. I would catch up and, we talk. He was the one who said to me, Miss D, I tell my sons, You can plant a maca tree today, and down the road you reap pure maca. Or you can plant a fruit tree today, water it, nourish it. Down the road, you have some nice oranges and some nice cherries. Like my cherry tree. Oh gosh, Tony dropped my cherry tree in the chat. Tell you.
Mommy, we don't have time for that. We need to come on
Oh,
live.
time is out. All right, you finish? Do you have any other question?
The listener said, I bought the same price. You can purchase with a minimum of 5 to 10%, but more is always best, like 15%. That is when you're buying a property for your down payment, right? And Sharon says, thanks for the info on the water tank. Ruby says, what is the cost of installing a 10,000 gallon tank on the top of the roof with fixtures would need?
10,000. Tanks don't come in 10,000. Most are coming is 1,200. Usually to install water tanks, you have to use plumbers close by. As I say, in Camelot is 18,000 for the plumber. So judge from that for a plumber. 10,000 gallon tank. No, that couldn't hold on your roof anyway.
All right, and you need to let her know that 18,000 includes installing the lock off, the filter, and the tank.
And the pressure valve.
Yeah.
You need pressure release.
All right, and last question, Horace, Miss D, can you assist with the installation of a water tank in Phase 5 Camelot?
Horace, send me a WhatsApp. Send a WhatsApp, Horace. So like you're overseas, Horace.
All right, we're finished.
We're finished. Okay, that was a bad Tony. I thought you had a lot to go through. Are you getting cranky? You want your breakfast?
It's more than that. When you delay me on Sundays, it's a whole thing for me to get out of this place.
Oh, all right. So remember, we have a 10 o'clock with Homestead. Those of you who want to join the Homestead group, send me a WhatsApp. I drop you in. Thank you so much, everybody, for staying with us for the 2 hours. I learned a lot from you. I'm going to go and investigate these 3 developments that you're telling me about. And when you find the developments, let us know. Come on the chat, let us know, because we need to know where these developments are and what they're doing. Not just for us personally, but for other persons as well. All right, everybody. Thank you. All right, so Horace, water tank, WhatsApp me. See if I can get it done. I've done it for a couple other persons who are overseas as well. And you need a water tank in Camelot, actually. All right. All right. Thank you.